Hey besties, it's your girl Briana Cei. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm glad to have gained a new bestie. Hope to see you around here more. Today, it's a good day to be watching, it's a good day to be new, it's a good day to be old even, because we are doing a Q&A. So if you are new here, you will learn about me, and if you have been here for a while, we'll do an update. So let's go ahead and get into these questions, and I'll stop yapping in y'all ear. Well, I'll start yapping in your ear. So the first question is, where do you get your outfit or style inspiration from? The person said, and don't say Pinterest, be for real. Why are you sleeping on Pinterest though? I feel like they be having, like, once you get Pinterest kind of like tailored to your aesthetic, it's kind of easy to go on there and see, but it takes a while to get that tailor-made feed. So you have to play with it a little, you have to know how to use your words, or know what words to use to find what you're looking for. But in all honesty, I watch a lot of runway, I read a lot of fashion articles, and I use Pinterest as well. Don't think I'm not using Pinterest at all. I always also use Pinterest, but I use different variations of fashion, you know, content, whether that is fashion influencers, whether that is, like I said, fashion articles, fashion magazines, runways, all of that. That's where I get my inspo from. Who are your fashion icons? Well, it actually depends on what time period, it depends on the generation, it depends on whether we're talking woman or man. If we're talking woman of this generation, first and foremost, we have to talk about Rihanna because she is a staple in the fashion community. We have to talk about Zendaya. She has been stunning. Honestly, I commend her in all aspects. Her and, what is her stylist's name? La Roche. He is not to be played with. We're gonna also say Teyana Taylor. She's a little underrated, but she be putting it on as well. Don't forget about her. And somebody that I recently came across, she's not necessarily a part of my generation, but she's a part of the social media. She's a social media influencer, and social media is my generation. That's when it started. I'm gonna have to say, I think her name is Grease Granum on Instagram. She's a bit older, but her outfits eat, okay? So that's what I'm gonna have to, those are the people I'm gonna have to go with. If it's past generations, we gotta do Diana, both Ross and Princess icons, and then Jackie Kennedy. Jackie Kennedy don't play, okay? She gets down. We also have to talk about Michelle Obama. She, in her own right, is, okay? If we're talking about men, Andre Leon Talley, A$AP Rocky, Pharrell, all of those. Would you rather underdress or overdress for a casual gathering? Let me read that again. Would you rather underdress or overdress for a casual gathering? Because it's about to sound a little uppity, but forgive me if it does sound uppity, but I personally don't believe in overdressing. I don't believe there's such thing. I think that, you know how people say to be on time is to be late? To be overdressed to me is to be casually dressed, is to be correctly dressed. I feel like if you are not, you know, stepping into a function, if you're not confident in your clothes wherever you're going, then you are underdressed, period. So like, I try to overdress. That's the goal when I put clothes on, is to quote unquote overdress. Do you have a favorite designer brand? I do. My favorite designer, my favorite brand is Green Gallery. If you know, you know. How do you come up with so many outfits? So y'all, I am consistently making outfits. I actually do it as a hobby. Like, when I get bored, when I don't know like what to do, when I don't know what to do with myself, I don't have anything else to do, I'm making outfits. Some I will wear, some I will never wear in my lifetime. Like, I probably can't even afford it. I'm making it. I'm making the outfit out of things that I can't afford. Because when I can afford it, I'm coming back for you. I'm coming back for you. Don't even worry about it. I'll rip, okay? So day and night I'm making outfits. If somebody asks me what I'm doing, like, hey Bri, like we talking casual and like, hey Bri, what you doing? Making outfits. Or I'll just say outfits, because that's just what I be doing. And everybody knows what that means. Like, oh, okay, that's what she doing. I have my Canva, I have all these tools that I use. One day I will show you how I like lay out my outfits on Canva, because it's a whole process and I do it very fervently. So yeah, that's how I make all my outfits. I'll be doing it all day, every day. What is one decision you regret making at 21? Ooh, that is actually a good question. What is one decision that I regret making at 21? I think I was 21 during the pandemic, during the COVID time, during the quarantine time, and we were all on our phones. We had nothing better to do. We were consuming content all day. So I think or something I regret is not tapping into my content bag during that time when everybody was consuming content at an all-time high. I feel like it would have put me in a position to kind of reap the benefits of my work by now. Not to say I want to be in a different place that I am now, because the place that I am now is perfect, is divinely appointed by, you know, the man up above. So yeah, that's just all. I kind of regret it sometimes because, you know, I was just sitting at home. I was going to school, of course, but other than that, I was just at home, you know, just chilling, kind of letting the days pass me by. But I could have been tapping into something that I really love to do, which is content creating, and I could have benefited from that at this point in time. So something I think about sometimes. What season of life are you currently in? I'm in a couple of seasons. If I have to say, I'm in a couple of seasons. I want to say I'm in my self-discipline season. I'm in my saying no season, learning how to say no season, because y'all, that is like a foreign language to me. To be heard, like when somebody's telling me no, when I'm telling someone no, all of that, like I don't understand it. So I need to learn how to tell people no. Like I said, self-discipline, investing in myself season, like things that I want, I need to get it. Like whether that be materialistic, whether that be physical, spiritual, educational, whatever it is, I need to go and I need to get it every day. That's what I'm investing in myself season. What inspired you to become a content creator? I like that question too. So what inspired me to be a content creator? When I was younger, I've toned it down a little bit, but when I was younger, you guys are probably like, I can't tell, but when I was younger, I used to yap. Okay, I used to yap. Yeah. So I remember my teachers. I had an agenda at school, and every day in the agenda, the teacher would write, you know, how Briana was that day or whatever, you know, whatever the situation may be. And I remember getting a lot of notes in my agenda that said, she's so loquacious. Now, if you don't know what loquacious means, it's a nice way to say she be yapping, she be talking, she talk a lot. So yeah, I used to yap a lot, I used to talk a lot. I love storytelling, I love talking to people. I remember also in school when a student was shy or a student didn't speak much and the teacher wanted them to open up, they would literally put them seated next to me. They're like, Briana's gonna get them to talk. And that's how I was. So I feel like this is an outlet in which I could yap and everybody will be like fine with it. Like, oh, okay, you're on YouTube yapping. That's what we do. Like, that's fine. Do your thing. So like it kind of just transitioned into content creating, because content creating is just a kind of storytelling. And that's why I love doing it so much, because I can just talk. I can just talk all day, y'all. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on when I'm in a rant. When I'm ranting, I can go on and on and on and on, because I just have that in me, like that passion, that fire. Oh, don't play with her. She's not one of them. What's an unforgettable experience that has left a lasting impression on you? I love this question. I love this question because it makes me think. So, if your question is, what's an unforgettable experience that has left a lasting impression on you? I did a giveaway on Instagram. You have one. So if this is your question, please DM me because I'm gonna send you your gifts, okay? But an unforgettable experience that has left a lasting impression on me has to be a car accident that I got into. In 2018, I was on my way home back from school. If you guys didn't know, I did go to Florida A&M University, and a hurricane was going to hit Tallahassee. So I live in South Florida. My parents live in South Florida, I should say, but I was away at school in Tallahassee. So I decided to drive down because a hurricane was coming, and I got in a terrible car accident, and it was crazy. Like, we got hit by an 18-wheeler, and the 18-wheeler literally hit on my side. I was so beat up, y'all. I literally thought the scars on my face would never go away, but they did. And the fact that I got out of that car all good, the fact that I was able, I was the one that was most beat up, and I was able to ask everybody, like, are you okay? Is everybody okay? Are you doing good? And it could have been so much worse. It could have been so much worse. So I think about that daily, and I give thanks to Jesus. I give thanks to the Lord, to God up above, because honestly, like I said, it could have been much worse. So I think about that a lot, and very appreciative of life, you know, because of that. Do you feel like you mature every year? Yes, I feel like I mature every day. I feel like I mature every hour. I go by the motto, I'm constantly telling people this, I don't feel like there's ever a place that you're in that you can't improve. I don't feel like you're ever your best self. If you feel good right now, if you feel the best right now, you can be the bester, okay? Like, you can get better. Like, there's never not room for improvement. So that is what I strive to do, is improve constantly. Look at the ways that I can be better. Look at ways that I can go above and beyond in every situation. Like, I'm not going to stay the same now. I'm not going to be the person now that I am tomorrow. Like, totally new person tomorrow even, let alone a year. A whole year is ample time for you to, like, pull yourself up and pull yourself together and keep, like, get to it. Whether that's the bag, whether that's emotionally, and not even just material wise, like physically, mentally, these things matter too. Everybody's always talking about get the bag, but be emotionally stable, be mentally stable, be physically healthy. Like, all of those things matter too. We're not always trying to get to the bag. You have to take care of those things as well. So that's not, when I say that, I don't just mean materialistic wise. So some questions just came in on Instagram that I didn't get to put on the cards, but we're gonna answer them anyways. How different did you expect your life to be compared to how it is today? So if you ask that question, please DM me, like I said before, and you will receive your gift. My life is completely different than what I expected. Like, as a child, what I envisioned for myself, but not in a bad way at all. I think when I was a child, I was kind of boxed in, and I just saw things from, like, that box. I didn't see the whole world for what it is, and the world is big. So like I said, I've done way more than I expected to do. I've ventured into way different avenues than I expected to. So in that aspect, I definitely believe that it's different, but a good way different. Like, I didn't expect to be content creating. I didn't expect to be yapping on YouTube with y'all. I didn't expect to be doing my fashion content and my fashion influencing, but I'm doing that as well. And all of these things are great things that I'm so happy that I'm doing, but I never saw it for myself in a million years. So yeah, you never know. Another question is, where do I see myself in 10 years? Somebody said where I see myself in 5 years. So I'm gonna say 5 to 10 years. In 5 years, I see myself married. I see myself where do I see myself? In 5 years, I see myself married. I see myself financially abundant. I see myself in abundance in health, in abundance in joy, peace. I see myself growing in every aspect of my life. In 10 years, I see myself, I don't know, y'all. I don't even want to say anymore, because when like I said in my previous answer, when I was a kid, I had this all, like, I had an idea of my life. And being that I don't, like, I'm not doing what I thought I would do, and I'm still very happy, I'm still very content, I'm still in a very good place. I don't want to box it in. Like, I don't know what I see for myself in 5 years. I don't know what I see for myself in 10 years, but I know it's better than it is right now. My 5 years, I'm not even gonna box God in. I'm gonna allow God to do what God does. I'm not gonna put him in a box. I'm not gonna tell him what I want. I want him to do his big one and do whatever it is he wants to do in my life. That's what I see. I see God doing his one in my life, his big one, okay? I see him going above and beyond everything I could have hoped for and imagined. That's what I see for myself in 5 or 10 years. I see God going above and beyond anything I hope for or imagine. Okay? Dream wedding. So my dream wedding is probably like on Saturn. No, on Jupiter. Like, I want my wedding on Jupiter, on the rings. What planet got the rings? Saturn or Jupiter? Or is it Uranus? One of the planets with the rings. Okay? Y'all, I used to be so good at science. I need to go back to school. One of the planets with the rings. I want my wedding on the ring. I want Paris in springtime. Okay? But bigger. But bigger, bigger, bigger. Do you prefer closures or frontals? All I used to get was frontals. I recently got my first closure like in January, just a couple months back. And it was cool. It was a lot less maintenance, but I have like a long head. I have a long face, and when you get a middle part, it elongates your face. So like my face just looks extremely long, and with a closure it looks even longer because you don't have like the edges to kind of like shrink it. If you know, you know. People who know, like, because it might sound crazy, but seriously. So a closure is not for everybody. I remember I first got my closure done, y'all, and I have a big forehead. Yeah, there's that too. I have a big forehead. So I first got my closure done, and I literally, like, I went home and I was like, I hate this. So I had to get my hairstylist to fix it. Like, she had to put the closure back on, and she had to scoot it up a little bit. Cause who is walking around like that? No. So I was like, yeah. So frontals. I'm still team frontal, but closures are so much less maintenance. I wish they just worked with me a little more. Oh my gosh, so that's the last question. That is the last question, y'all. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to me yap for however long this was. I do appreciate y'all. We are at 300 subscribers, y'all, and we trying to get to 500. So if you are not subscribed yet, please, and you like me, which I hope you do, please like me. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and follow me on Instagram, y'all. Follow me on Instagram, interact with me on there. I'm such a nice person. I am always ready to answer a DM, always ready to speak to somebody. Like I said, I am a yapper. So yeah, let's be social. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.